you working on?
Nothing. My supervisor hasn't given me a project in a couple of days, so I haven't had anything to do. I'm not learning anything.
Oh, well, I created a learning contract with my supervisor, so I have projects to do, even when she hasn't assigned them.
Huh?
Stop. Okay, you need help. One intern had a learning contract, like you, able to map out goals, set out a plan for the academic semester, and figure out with the supervisor what are the most important projects they could work on. Second intern didn't, and that prevented that student from being able to feel like they could take initiative and actually use their voice and share what they thought could happen to make this a rich experience, to improve the work environment. Having a learning contract is so valuable. You're building on marketable skills that are going to help you succeed in the future. So let's change the scenario around. If both interns had learning contracts and both students were able to work with their supervisor to map out a plan for the semester, chances are that that voice that your supervisor hired you for because they want to hear you will be valued. And that's one of the best things that changed this help situation. 2 high five.
When you show initiative, you do things without being told. You find out what you need to know, you keep going when things get tough, and you spot and take advantage of opportunities that others pass by. You act instead of reacting at work. Initiative is a skill that you can develop, which can be done by creating a learning contract. Research has shown that people who have a long-term career plan are more likely to take initiative. Professionals who know what they want and where they want to go are more likely to show initiative at work, especially when their actions or decisions will help further their career goals. Once you know what you want to achieve, incorporate your career goals to your personal goals so that you have something to work towards.
Our filing system is chaos. I can't find a thing in here.
It's a really easy fix if we just... Never mind, nobody asked me.
You might be reaching a point in time in your internship where you have to confront a situation, where something's arising and you have to figure out how to assert yourself in order to make sure that you're still learning in this workplace environment. So I'm going to encourage you to be upfront with your supervisor about what you need. So if you had created your learning contract and you've completed most of those goals at the midpoint of the semester, then talk about new directions to take. What else do you want to learn? This is an opportunity where you're in charge and responsible for your own learning. This is really exciting. Most of the time in your educational career, someone has given you a syllabus and said, you're going to do X, Y, and Z. Now your internship advisor is going to say, what do you want to learn? What do you want to do? So it may require you to hone in on your communication skills at this point and assert yourself. Take the initiative to get what you need so you're learning the valuable skills leading to a new professional toolbox for you to take and use in your workplace. Good luck.
It can take courage and a strong sense of self to show initiative, especially if you fear that people may disagree with your actions or suggestions. Take steps to build your self-confidence, such as setting small goals so you can achieve some quick wins. Push yourself to do positive things that you'd otherwise be scared to do. These things will not only help you build your self-confidence, but it will help you build the courage to accomplish bigger, scarier tasks later on. People who show initiative often do so by spotting and acting on opportunities that their colleagues or leaders have not noticed. So make sure you're always on the lookout for areas in your organization that could use improvement. Before acting on opportunities, keep the following questions in mind. What small problems do we have that could grow into bigger ones? What slows our work or makes it more difficult? What do we often fail to achieve? What is frustrating and irritating to the people on our team? Now let's take another look.
Hey, what are you doing?
Well, I noticed our filing system could be a bit more efficient, so I changed things a bit.
Wow, that is awesome. Thank you for doing this. It will help at the office a whole lot.
It's too hard. I give up.
What's wrong?
Well, last week I noticed our website was a little outdated. I thought it would be a good project for me to take on, but it's just too hard. I've never worked with a website before. I have no idea what I'm doing.
When you decided to enter into your internship and you began working with your supervisor, I'm sure you were really hoping to feel some sense of accomplishment, feel as though you're being recognized for your contributions and for your effort on projects or related tasks. Sometimes we continue to say yes when we need to step back and review in the amount of time in a given week, can I truly accomplish these things? Sometimes we say yes and we should really take a step back and make sure we can follow through. That's going to be an important component of your internship, is recognizing what your abilities are and think back to your type focus. Some of us are perceivers and we are really flexible. We adapt well to deadlines. We really feel this surge of energy at the very end coming towards when a project is due. And others of us are judgers, and that means that our planning is by the book. It's the calendar that we use. It's deadline driven. We'll have things done 2 weeks in advance. No matter your personality, figure out how this particular role that you're playing right now in your internship is well suited to your personality, to the goals and tasks that you want to accomplish. And circle back to that yes. Was that yes because you really want to learn these skills and you're going to find a way to adapt? Or was that yes a people-pleasing? If it was, you need to take a moment and meet with your supervisor to talk about what's actually doable. And they'll appreciate that. Whether you have too much or too little, you want to address that and make sure that they understand that, again, this is a safe learning environment for you. The main goal of an internship is for you to leave having new skills, new abilities, and a better comfort level with your knowledge base, going into which niche of your career you want to pursue. So I really challenge you now to take a moment, look at the rest of your learning objective goals. Have you completed most of them? If you have, talk with your supervisor so that you can do more. Think about what else you want to learn while you're there. If you're having trouble accomplishing all of those, meet with your supervisor, because you want to make sure that you are not having expectations that are too high for yourself or feeling like they're too high from your supervisor. We want a balance. Always come back to creating some form of balance for yourself, and then you're going to be okay. And if not, reach out to your internship advisor. We're here to help you.
Before you approach your boss with your idea, make sure you do a few things first, such as do your homework, think about the costs and risk associated with your idea, and consider preparing a business case that you could present to your supervisor. You've already shown initiative by coming up with a solution. Make sure you follow through by doing your homework on the idea. The more you've researched and considered your ideas, the higher your success rate will be. I'm really not equipped to change the website by myself, but it would sure benefit from some updating. I think I'll take this idea to my supervisor. She worked with websites before. It'll be a great learning opportunity for me, and the new website will look great.
Great idea.